Bucknutters. It's Tuesday, February 21st, 2017. I'm Dan Rubin. This is the Bucknuts Morning 5 and change. If it's Tuesday, that can mean only one thing. Duane Long joins us. Duane, gray but unseasonably warm in the Gem City. I assume the same in Columbus.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good out there. You know, spring-like weather, I can open the door and let my dogs run around, and they run in and out. They love it. And, you know, it's just nice. So I'm not much for gray. I like some sun. But, you know, it's great that it looks like winter's going to end early.
I hear it. One person who knows this because he's visited Ohio recently, or maybe not visited, Nick Saban, head coach of Alabama, has offered Dayton Dunbar running back Tavion Thomas, class of 2018. It did come as a little bit of a surprise. I'm not going to lie. Here in the Gem City, there are some that thought Nick was playing the game. That game is this. They will go in and offer a guy at Alabama, knowing that Ohio State will have to come in and offer after that. They also know that most in-state guys choose Ohio State. So the question is, do you think Tavion Thomas, A, rated the Alabama offer legitimately, B, the Ohio State offer legitimately, and C, do you want Tavion Thomas to matriculate to Columbus and play running back?
I think this kid, I remember looking at his film and I'm like, where has he been? It's been a long time since a kid that good was under my radar, that I didn't know anything about him. And I'm looking at this and I'm going, wow, this kid should be in the top 10 running backs in the country. First, it's not a great class. It really isn't. I'm not that impressed with Zamir White. I'm on record with that. I don't see, when I look at the number one back in the country, I'm looking at a franchise guy like Cam Akers. He's just not. He doesn't knock it out of the park for me. I absolutely believe that Saban came up here with a legitimate offer. I think the kid rates Ohio State, Alabama. I think he's so underrated. But, you know, when a kid has grade issues, that's just anymore the way it's set up. It used to be, you know, you take him as a prop 48, no problem. Now it's just different. You just really, you can either take him or you can't. I believe that's what the holdup is. People saying that Alabama forced Ohio State's hand, that's a yes and no, and I'm leaning more toward no, simply because Ohio State had a visit set up with this kid. We were going to bring him in. And what I expect when I say yes and no, I think that we wanted to offer him. We've got that grade issue, and we would have liked to have waited. Alabama did not force us to offer him. Alabama forced us to offer him earlier than we wanted to. I absolutely believe he's a take for both schools. I do not see that big a difference between him and anybody that's in the top 10. I think he should be in the top 10 running backs in the country. Absolutely. Big back, got good power, got great balance. He's got and he's faster than most big guys. So I am firmly in the Tavion Thomas camp. I definitely want him to be part of the Buckeye class. Absolutely. He's the back that I've just zeroed in on. If he's an in-state kid, we're going to have the advantage recruiting him. Probably grown up thinking about playing the Scarlet and Gray. So, well, I think that's the kid to take. Absolutely. I'd like to see he and Jalen Gill come in this class to go along with Brian Snead. And we got a running back class, and I'm going to be very happy with that class.
It'll be an interesting class of the trio. There are kind of three different flavors of back. But with Thomas, as you mentioned, I think this is going to be the thing where his grades are going to be something I'm going to have to watch all the way through. That makes him even more likely to be a Buckeye, to tell you the truth, because they can wait it out a little bit. But we shall see. It will be an interesting one to watch. People in the Gem City are somewhat split on whether Saban pulled that off. We shall see. Number 2, Iverson Clement. The athlete from New Jersey came and went this past weekend. There's some thoughts that Ohio State wants to build the relationship. At least that's what we've heard. That usually means they're just not totally ready to make the commitment whole. What's your vibe on Iverson Clement? Would you have taken him?
No. The kid just does not have that thing that makes him special. I don't see a guy that's extremely fast, you know, a kid that can break a game open with one run. I don't see him as a guy that's going to be able to carry the ball 20 times a game like Tavion Thomas. No, we don't really have room for him. I don't see him as a guy that can move to anywhere else. And he's a nice athlete. I mean, if he's there in January and we got room, why not? But my feeling is we should be looking at a class that includes Tavion Thomas, Jalen Gill, and Brian Snead, and that should be it. We just did not have. He's just not better than Tavion Thomas or Jalen Gill is really what it comes down to. So I was happy with the fact that we passed, and I just think that just comments he made he did not seem excited about the way things went while he was here. I think he expected a firm up of the offer and for a hard sell to come on commit to us, and I don't think he got that. Just his comments to Bill, which you can read on the board. There's a link. He just did not seem like he was real happy with how things went. So I'm betting that is going to deteriorate from here on out.
Interesting. Speaking of deteriorating, it's unfortunate. I don't think anything really deteriorated, but you know the name, Bishop Gorman linebacker Pele Getoti has committed to USC. There was a long time where we thought he would be a Buckeye. It does seem that USC has changed their fortunes around with inserting Sam Darnold. They also got a commitment from, let's not forget, Jay Tufeli in the past class. What was your vibe when you saw Pele go the other way?
Oh, I was very disappointed. The thing we've got to look at is we're really stocked well at linebacker, and we're going to get better. We got some state guys that are just outstanding. So it's disappointing when you lose. He was the best outside linebacker in the country. He was incredible, and you hate losing a talent of that level. But it's not like we don't have any. We're looking around going, oh my goodness, who are we going to put in there now? So that's it's a two-sided coin there. If we could get him, if we could flip him, I'd love to see that happen. But it isn't like we're going into the season going, who are we going to line up at linebacker?
No question. For me, I don't know why this hasn't always been this way. Maybe it's just absence makes the heart grow less fond, but when they commit to USC, it doesn't bother me as much. I can't explain it. It's not that I can't argue with the kid, though I can't, having you've ever been out there. But at least if he's at USC, if we have to worry about facing someone in the playoff or the championship game, I can handle that. It's when they come east of the Mississippi that I get concerned. So speaking of national views, 24/7 Sports has been doing a countdown of the top programs in the United States. They just finished it off. You can check that story out. We've got it up there on the site, written by Travis Haney. It's an excellent piece, great series. It finished off, let's go 5-1. Let's see if you agree. Oklahoma 5th, USC 4th, Clemson 3rd, Ohio State 2nd, and Bama 1st. Pretty much a chalk ranking there, wouldn't you say?
Well, I guess I look at USC and Oklahoma in there, and there's more tradition going there, and then current with Clemson. It doesn't make sense to me. What I said in the thread, and I still believe, looking at it, again, got the teams right. I just don't know about the order, other than Ohio State and Alabama at the top. The one that really bothered me the most is UCLA. UCLA in the top 15 college teams in the country? No. That's the only one that was really stuck out like a sore thumb that didn't belong. When has UCLA been a really good football team for a period of time, Dan? When's the last time that you can put together 5, 6, 8 years where UCLA was a team in the top 10, threatening the top 10, going to big time?
Harry Donahue? I think Terry Donahue
That's
was
when.
the coach.
That's what I was going back to. As soon as I saw UCLA there, that was the first name that jumped into my head. Is wait a minute, these guys have not been relevant since Terry Donahue was running the thing, and that's been a while. UCLA was one that just really, I said, oh, you need to rethink that one.
Well, one thing is clear. It is a Saban-Meyer world. I know people don't want to hear that, and they want to talk Clemson, but this is program-wise. You want to bet on Clemson going forward over Ohio State and Alabama, you feel free. We enjoyed Duane's time today. We'll be back next Tuesday with the man. Have a good one, Bucknutters.